Investigator Kim Min-Jae strode with purpose through the grand gates of Gyeongbokgung Palace. The dawn sky cast a pallid glow over the ancient palace, its once vibrant hues now muted under the shadow of tragedy. King Sejong, the ruler whose wisdom and vision had ushered in prosperity, lay dead. The royal court, usually bustling with activity, was eerily silent, a somber atmosphere one could almost touch. The moment Min-Jae saw the king's body, his breath hitched. King Sejong's lifeless eyes stared blankly at the ceiling, a strange symbol, a crescent moon intersected by a single diagonal line, carved into his chest. He had seen that symbol before, in the forbidden scrolls detailing ancient prophecies. He turned to the chief royal guard, General Han. Who discovered him? Lady An, General Han replied, his expression a mask of controlled grief. The king's confidant and scholar. She's waiting in the inner chamber. Min-Jae nodded, thoughts racing as he made his way to the chamber. Lady An was one of the kingdom's brightest minds, but whispers had always surrounded her, hinting at secrets hidden behind her scholarly demeanor. Inside, Lady An stood by the window, grief etched into her features. "Investigator," she greeted, her voice trembling. "King Sejong, he was a good man." "He was," Min-Jae agreed. "But good men make enemies too. Tell me, milady, what did you see when you found him?" "I went to bring him the new astronomical charts," she began, clutching her hands. "As I entered, I found him, as you saw. I couldn't fathom who would do this." Her gaze was genuine, but Min-Jae couldn't afford to trust anyone yet. "Did he mention any threats recently? Anything out of the ordinary?" Lady An shook her head. "Nothing. Only his growing interest in an ancient prophecy about his rule." Min-Jae's mind flashed to the symbol carved into the king's chest. "The prophecy speaks of betrayal by a trusted confidant," he murmured. Lady An's eyes widened. "You think the prophecy is connected to his death?" "Prophecies are tales woven with truth and fiction," Min-Jae replied, "but someone used it to sow fear and manipulate." Leaving the chamber, Min-Jae retraced his steps to the king's study. Among the scattered parchments and charts, he found a torn letter sealed with the royal insignia. The fragment read, "Cannot trust the inner circle, beware the moon's crest." The symbol moon's crest. "General Han," Min-Jae called. "There's more to the prophecy than we thought." General Han raised an eyebrow. "You suspect the inner circle?" "Yes," Min-Jae confirmed, examining the king's council records. The treasurer, the minister of rights, and General Han himself. Each had served loyally for years. Each had something to gain. Min-Jae's heart pounded. "Where are Minister Park and Treasurer Lee?" "Attending to state affairs as ordered by the Regency," Han answered. Min-Jae sensed a hidden edge in his tone. "I need to speak with them immediately," Min-Jae insisted. But the moment the words left his mouth, the torches in the corridor flickered. Shadows danced ominously. A hooded figure emerged. "Invoke not the prophecy," the figure rasped. Min-Jae recognized the voice. Minister Park. "Seize him!" Min-Jae commanded. But as guards moved to act, General Han suddenly drew his sword. A clash of steel echoed through the hallway. "You should have left well enough alone, investigator," Han snarled, brandishing his weapon. Realization hit Min-Jae with the force of a tidal wave. "You," he said, eyes narrowing, "you manipulated the prophecy for your gain." A ruthless smile spread across Han's face. "The prophecy is merely a tool, but its power, undeniable." Min-Jae deflected Han's strike, grazing the general's arm in a swift countermove. "This palace will not fall into chaos because of your greed." As the guards overpowered Han, Minister Park slumped. "He threatened my family. I had no choice." "He uses fear," Min-Jae replied coldly, binding Park's hands. "But fear is nothing before justice." With Han and Park subdued, Min-Jae returned to Lady An. "The prophecy's truth has been twisted," he revealed, "but justice prevails this day." A tear rolled down her cheek. King Sejong will be remembered for his vision, not his end. As dawn broke fully over Gyeongbokgung Palace, Min-Jae felt a newfound resolve. Deceit had been rooted out, but there would always be more shadows to chase, and chase them he would. "Rest, King Sejong," he whispered toward the morning sky. "Your spirit shall guide us still."